Hello and welcome back as my co-commentator coughs into life for this sprint race at Hungary. And apologies to everyone, we can't alter the EA Codemasters lobbies and the glitches that we experience, but what we can do is try to provide a new race, which is now a 25% sprint race for mid-gear. So as the guys are now going to go out on their formation lap, I will just do this back while you want to explain what's been decided.
Well, the decision was to go on with a 25% sprint race. What would have made a difference of the race will be 3 laps shorter, but yeah, we also waited for like 20 to 30 minutes, so everyone had an extra opportunity to get some beers. Or a Coke, of course.
Thank you for that stunning explanation. Let's have a look at the drivers. So they are going to take up their grid positions from the original qualifying for the race, and we have allowed the drivers to have free tyre choice. So on a 25% race distance race, we're looking at probably a one stop from soft to medium or medium to soft. So as we can see that all of the drivers up to Rodzilla in 13th have gone for the softs, and then we have Rozilla and Spivey that have gone on the mediums, and in 18th place we have Zabiaka. Unfortunately, we did lose one driver, RPM Dragos, and we're really sorry about that, Dragos, that you couldn't rejoin the lobby. So massive apologies for that. Not a lot that anybody here can do, and what a true sportsman. Wished everybody good luck for the race because he couldn't rejoin. So a true gentleman, and I hope that that gets paid back at some point in the future.
Cheers to Dragos.
Very, very big cheers. A non-desperado cheers, but what a sportsman. So thank you for that, mate. We've got Jetfish in 4th, Ephron in 5th, Luke in 6th, Matt Johnston. This is going to be probably one of the craziest races that we've seen for quite some time. It's the first time in the start of the league that we have had a sprint race. So I don't think this is a format we will be wanting to adopt every race, but nevertheless.
Can you press square? Thank you.
Can I press square?
Yeah, please.
Why, is that annoying you, is it, having that there?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I could tell that you had another beer.
Here we
trying
go.
To get a camera angle.
5
Here we
lights.
go. 5 lights and the sprint race is underway. Sorry if that was loud.
Oh, there's someone in the wall already.
Ephron. T1, and it looks tight in T1. We've got a Red Bull diving up the inside. 4 wide into T1. The McLaren goes wide of Matt Johnston. This is going to be pretty hectic as we've got a Haas going up the inside of the Mercedes. Mercedes gets the inside line. This is chaos, and we have not had a yellow so far. We got Theronix, who's gone from the lead into 5th place, so that's going to be interesting. And we got Pui, who we know has incredible pace. We'll just jump on board with Pui to see how he takes this next left-hander. Be careful, Pui. Yeah, that was good. Let's have a quick flick back through the rest of the grid. We do now have a yellow in Sector 2, on board with Rozilla in 11th on those mediums. Jens is in 12th on his soft.
Great restart from him.
Pui with the fastest lap. Obviously, because it's the first lap. And we're just jumping on board with Shigs now, who's looking at the battle between Jens and Big Puggy. A lot of defending going on there. We don't yet implement the only move once rule, but I think that's a good job because we would have needed an abacus to count the amount of times Jens has just moved left and right, defending from Big Puggy. We do have a yellow in sector
There's someone off. It's Matt Johnson who's off, together with
Johnston is
Jack
patiently
Attack.
waiting.
No,
Looks like Rick has come through.
also
Theronix
lost
has
a lot of positions.
3-second time penalty, so Rick will be absolutely wishing that this coordinator's job was never coming his way, because he was much better when he just used to turn up and race. So let's get back up the front. I noticed that we did have a quick, so we've got Lau in second, following Pui, keeping up with him. The timing screen is going to glitch again.
DRS is enabled, so Lau will get his DRS on this straight.
He does indeed.
Not using it somehow.
And behind
Weird.
them, we've got Jetfish, who is also on the softs. And Theronix is probably the loser from the first restart, because he's now down in fourth. However, he did disconnect. So Theronix has managed to get himself back into this race by a restart. So he's not done particularly well. We have a yellow in sector 2, which looks to be, is that an AlphaTauri?
Jens. It's Jens, unfortunate for Jens again. Lost his right hand plate as well.
We've got Luke in the Luke in the Alpine in 5th, just looking at the back of this fight going on in front of him. And then behind Luke, a little bit further behind, is Richie. Last week's winner in Monza. So Richie is holding 6th place at the moment, starting on the softs. Behind Richie, we've got Evil Master in the Mercedes. Behind Evil Master, we've got Al, codename 2737, in the Red Bull.
Side by side by Jetfish and Theronix. Great move there from Theronix, not backing out. Both of the drivers giving each other enough space to get the next corner as well. So
another yellow in sector 2. Looks to be an Aston Martin, is it? Oh, Theronix loses it hugely coming out of the chicane, but actually didn't lose too much time. And we have a virtual safety car. I hope this doesn't turn into a full safety car on lap 4, because then that is going to put these guys in a bit of difficulty. As we just have a quick look further down, we don't have any TAS system for the restart, so we can't tell you tyre wear and damage, because we've not had to experience a restart with TAS before. And we have 2 drivers going in, so we have Lauer and Jetfish. They are pitting under the VSC, so we're on board now with Jetfish. And will the mediums go to the end? I think they will, won't they? For an 18 lap. So we've got quite a lot of drivers coming in under the VSC, so that will mean that they get a faster pit stop under the VSC, because the other drivers are having to drive slower. These drivers are now coming out. We're on board with Jetfish. He's been overtaken in the pit lane. Lauer was also. Richie has a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. Jetfish has just taken Lauer. He's now going around the outside of Zabiaka. So the VSC must have ended at exactly the time that these guys came out of the pits. So now it's going to be difficult.
That might have caused drive-through penalty for. And Shack Attack is out somehow.
Shack Attack has DNF. Evil Master has gone down to 13. So we are going to have to annoy Backer by putting the spectator menu on, and we're going to have to go for the number of stops. So Pui has not stopped. Theronix has not stopped. Rosilla in third has not stopped. Theronix has now took the lead. Shigs in fourth. Shigs had a great race to come through to fourth, although he's not stopped yet.
Lau going for a move now on Zabiaka in turn 1 on around the outside. Having a great exit as well.
We're on board with Lau now, following Zabiaka. Rosilla gets a 3-second time penalty.
Well, Richie is serving his drive too. Unfortunate for him.
And we jump on board with Always Rick, who is carefully following Lau and the battle with Zabiaka. So Rick's
Still
having a good stint
stop
here.
line.
Still on the stop, still yet to stop. No, don't spin. Rick,
Going
do
wide
do
here.
not spin while I'm on board.
We can't use the song. We don't want to.
We could
yet.
use it, but we don't want to use it.
Well, look
We've
at
still got a great battle going on between Pui and
there's a
Theronix
yellow flag
for the lead.
on one of the Aston Martins. So
Another yellow in sector 3.
both of the guys still on softs on P1 and P2.
Theronix does have
Will
a
be
penalty.
interesting. Yeah, it also will be interesting to see if the VSC time they had as advantage, Jetfish and Loud, will be enough.
Yeah, they will come out a long way behind Jetfish, I'm sure. If we move to the gap to leader, so Jetfish is only 14 seconds behind. I think the pit stop is around 20, give or take. So it'll be interesting to see if they actually come in this lap.
Jetfish,
Both
Theronix
of
having a
them.
lot of moments on
He
the
is
exits.
He is indeed. No, his softs will be, because I think it's simulated tyre wear for the 25% race. So I think the softs will be fading.
Well, Jetfish is going to pass them, and Loud as well, because they both coming up the straight now.
As we go on,
So the
as we
VSC
jump on board with Jetfish.
The VSC really helped them out.
And Lauer also gets past. And
Oh,
we're now on
Jetfish.
board with Theronix.
Provisional leader in this race at the moment.
He is, but at the moment we've got two drivers still not pitted. We've got Shigs and Rosilla, who does have
And
a
Jetfish.
3-second penalty, and Rosilla did start on the mediums. So if there was a safety car now, we do have a
Richie
yellow
is
in
off.
sector 1.
Richie lost it in turn 1, unfortunately. Does look like he is undamaged, so
Great battle developing between Theronix and Lau, and we have a 3-second time penalty for Jens, so that's unfortunate for him. Zabiaka, I believe, has also not pitted. He's not pitted yet, and he stays out because he started on the mediums. Pui is just behind Zabiaka, and Always Rick finally pits off those softs
Wow.
onto the medium.
shaking the inside line as a defensive one. Very smart choice, but Tyron is going for the switchback here. Great move from Tyronix. That was a great switchback. Now he needs to make up 4 seconds to Jetfish, so who is still 2 seconds behind, 1.3 seconds behind Loud.
So the only drivers yet to stop is Rosilla and Pui. We have a yellow in sector 1, which looks like an
Luke.
Alpine.
On the back of Zabiaka at the moment. But if I'm not right, Hui did just stop, so only Zabiaka and Rosilla need to pit.
Well, Zabiaka's coming up to the pit lane now, but he's on mediums, so he's going to take those mediums as long as he can.
Let's see if Luke can pass him here with DRS on the straight. Doesn't look like it's enough. That's the problem about Hungary, isn't it? You need a maximum 5/10 to get past in turn 1.
What you don't want to do is you don't want to arrive late on the brakes in turn 1. I can confirm, and I'm sure that West Boy will also confirm, that's not the ideal move, as I found out on our practice race on Monday. We do have a yellow in sector 2, so somebody has spun in sector 2.
Matt Johnston. Really waiting
He's
to
facing
rejoin,
the
but there's
wrong
a
way.
lot of traffic coming.
So Matt Johnston will wish that he'd actually stayed at work probably this evening.
Or in the pub, whatever he's doing.
Or in the pub. Or he could have been on commentary with us as we start the last beverage of the evening.
Well, Pui managed to pass Lau.
Oh dear. As Rick gets a time penalty.
And Luke is all over Zabiaka right now, together with Big Puggy as well. Can't make it in turn 1. But it must be opening up for him now in turn 2. But somehow he doesn't seem to get it on the exits. Zabiaka have a great exits. And there's a yellow flag, and that's Jetfish is off.
Is he?
Missing a complete front wing. Almost rejoining, very unsafe as well.
Oh, as Big Puggy dives in late there, we just caught that. So just trying to follow the battle in front of him. That can happen sometimes. That's also happened to me, is if you use the racing line as your brake point and you've got 2 drivers in front of you, sometimes they cover the braking marker and you've only got to take your eye away for a split second, and all of a sudden it's a bit more difficult. So Veronix has now pulled quite a big lead on Pui as we change the gap back to the interval, so 3 seconds, but he does have a penalty of 3 seconds. We've got a yellow in sector 2, that's Matt Johnston again.
It looks like he's drinking and driving to me.
He's probably just come straight out the commentary booth and into his car, into that McLaren.
I already missed some Desperados here.
Yeah, I thought I'd got a few on here that have gone, so maybe he took them with him when he went.
Luke is really struggling to get past Zabiaka. Well, Jetfish fell all the way back
mediums.
P15, so this is the opportunity for Hui and normally Rich as well to
close
get
up
back on in the standings, close to him. But unfortunately, Richie had that drive-through penalty, and Hui he's provisional P2, so he won't be complaining too much.
We're just on board with Big Puggy now, and it just shows that when a bit of clear track is in front of him, he's absolutely got the pace, because he made that small mistake, lost a load of time to Luke and Zabiaka, and then in clear air he's caught them back up within a lap, maybe 2 laps. So
well,
I think
Zabiaka and Rosilla both pitted now.
Yeah, that
Rosilla
means
falling back to P8 and Zabiaka to P10.
so
P11,
if everybody's
P12.
now stopped, which they have, this is going to be our finishing order in terms of everybody's stopped. So we have a look what tyres people are on. Most are on the mediums, only Rosilla on the softs. So this is going to be a sprint race now for the next 5 laps.
Also, Zabiaka and Jetfish are on the soft. But Jetfish needs to make up 11 seconds to Richie for P13. So.
And always Rick takes another 3-second penalty as we just drop a bit further down the grid. So we've got Evil Master in 7th.
There's yellow in sector 2 as well.
There was. It's gone now.
Seems to be Rosilla seems to be having a moment there.
Well, I think,
and having always Rick now on the back of him.
I think Evil Master will be quite pleased with 7th if he finishes 7th, because it's some points on the board. Not exactly where he'd want to be, but it's better than the 3 races previously.
Absolutely.
We've got Shigs following Evil Master, 7 tenths behind, so he does have DRS. As we jump on board with Rick, who's chasing Rosilla.
He's lost in the train, so that might be a thing. And yeah, Rosilla is on those softs, so it's having way better traction on the exits. A little bit wide there, Rick. I noticed in
Rosilla has spun! And Rosilla has spun right in front of Rick. Luckily didn't catch Rick, so Rick now has to chase Efron for 9th position. I'm just going to drop a bit further back, so we've got Zabiaka in 11th. We've got F1 Richie in 12th, and certainly not where the praying mantis would want to be, working his way back through. We've got Rosilla in 13th, Jetfish down in 14th, so he'll be really disappointed with that spin, I'm quite sure. We've got Mighty Frax in 15th, Jens making his debut in 16th. We've got Spivvy, CJ or DJ Spivvy in 17th, and then we've got Matt Johnston in 18th. Fair play to Matt, he's had a difficult race this time and he's still driving and not quit, so compliments for that. Back to the lead with 3 laps to go. We've got Theronix in the Haas with a 5.9 second lead over Pui.
Well, Matt is altogether just got out of the way before he collected his teammate there.
Matt is definitely deserving of the song, but I don't actually have a picture of Matt. I'll sort it out next time. We've got Lauer in 3rd, also coming up
and
behind
Matt is
Matt,
off
and
again.
Matt is spinning again. Oh, Matt, we don't
well,
want to
this one is not going to Rick. Rick just passed Efron because Efron is off as well.
Maybe, I mean, we can't see because we don't have the TAS system, but maybe the tyres are actually starting to give way, and Matt spins
and Matt is
again
off.
in front of Rick.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you go and compose yourself and let me worry about this.
I'm so sorry.
No, never gonna be. Matt Johnson now gets a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Oh my god! Oh my god! I don't know what's happening.
I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. I was trying to be quite professional, but Mac has just lost it completely. Completely lost it. Right, let's get back to the racing.
Yeah, come on.
So we've got Lauer in
6 on the back of Evil Master, who's out of ERS.
the closest gap we've got is Shigs and Evil Master. We've got yellow in sector 2, and guess who?
I don't know.
No, can't say it. Can't say it. Can't say it. Boris is telling us to shut down the system. So now we've got to get this one to the end, Boris. There's only 2 laps to go. So we got Theronix with a penalty.
Six going around, trying it on the outside of Evil here. Evil not letting that happen, of course. Now, this is quite an interesting place to go for the outside, but looks like Shakes has way more pace than Evil.
Yeah, he's got a little bit more ERS maybe, and we have a yellow in sector 3.
Yeah, Matt is absolutely right.
We have an orange in sector
like,
3.
Yeah, Matt retired in pit, and
Evil's gone wide. Evil's gone wide. Doesn't take a penalty, and Shiggs is following him tightly as we start coming into the last lap. So we'll stay on board for a moment with Theronix. We've got another yellow in sector 1. Don't know exactly who that is.
Well, Luke is off as well, and it looks like Luke collided with AI of Matt. What? Now even Evil almost hit the AI of Matt there. This is... I'm not doing a 5-lapper, by the way.
No, we're not going down to 5 lap and then just a single lap of quali to decide the points. Well, Rick gets another penalty as Theronix comes through and takes the RPM, the first RPM sprint race. In second place we have Pui in the McLaren, and in third place we have Laur, who is coming through now.
Evil just went off.
Third place. In fourth place, a great fourth place from Big Puggy. He'll be really pleased with that. We have Al, aka Scott, in 5th place. Shiggs takes 6th place. Another great performance for Williams here, taking maximum points. Always Rick is in 7th place. We have Rosilla in 8th. No, there's been a few changes as I'm talking it through because of Rick's penalties. So Rick went down to 9th. Zabiaka was 7th. Evil Master 8th. Always Rick in 9th. Jetfish finished 10th, so did get some points. We have Rodzilla in 11th, with Ephron in 12th. Richie will be disappointed with that in 13th.
Jens is happy with his win.
Jens has binned it after the line, and we've got Spivvy coming over to take 15th place. So somebody's asked us in the chat there what we're going to do about the penalties from the first session. They have to be added in. That's not one for the commentary booth. We will revert that to our 2 fantastic chief stewards, Marco and Boris, as we look at the podium here. And that's certainly going to have made the championship a bit more interesting. That's for certain.
That's for sure.
So are we going to try and invite some drivers for an interview?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so I think that the drivers that would be great to interview is probably, because not everybody will be available, I'm sure, with the later time. So maybe Pui, Lau, and Big Puggy and Theronix if he's available.
I am going to invite them.
That would be great as I run through the results. So Theronix with the win, Pui in 2nd place, Laur in 3rd place. We have Big Puggy in 4th. We have Al, aka Scott, in 5th. We have Shiggs in 6th. We have Zabiaka in 7th in the Alpha Tauri. Evil Master scores some good points in 8th in the Mercedes. Always Rick will be pleased with that, or more pleased with that, in 9th. We have Jetfish in 10th. We have Razilla in 11th. We have Ephrom in 12th. Richie in 13th. Jens making his debut in 14th. Quite a turbulent affair. We have Luke in 15th in the Alpine. We have Spivey in 16th. Mighty Frax in 17th. And Matt Johnston with probably the most difficult race we've seen for anyone in 18th. And we have a DNF for Shaq as well. So I think that we've had some drivers join us in the party. I've not seen Theronix join, so I will go to my McLaren press room. If we have Pui, are you there, sir?
Yep, your favourite driver is here.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Good, good. I mean, that I'm very sweaty. That was a terrible, terrible time. Yeah, it's done.
How crazy was that?
Mate, I had Matt in the party, and it was just insane.
What
It was
was
absolutely insane.
now? Can you tell? I mean, I know this is about your race, but can you tell us what
Yeah,
happened with Matt? Because we
just
just we lost
chaos.
we lost the plot.
Yeah, well, he did too. He had really good pace in quali, considering he hadn't played in a while and he'd been out. But yeah, in the race, he just struggled with it, with a heavy car and stuff. And yeah, he was going just as insane as I can imagine you were.
It was a challenge to keep Bakker from laughing, I have to say. But
Yeah, can you apology for me
No,
against
you laugh
Matt?
or you cry, mate. You laugh or you cry.
it was funny. I got a
Yeah,
question for
I
you, Pui, about turn 11. So in
Oh, the
quali,
dreaded turn 11.
the dreaded turn 11, in quali on the first session, going out wide at turn 11, was that deliberate or accidental?
Oh,
Think
deliberate.
carefully. Think carefully about your
Well,
answer.
if the stewards are asking, I was not aware that you couldn't do it because I've seen people do it. I've been doing that the entire time I've been practicing. I just thought that was just like a trick you can use at this track.
Okay.
And that was clarified later, but before that I didn't know, and I stopped doing it. If you watched in the stream, I stopped doing it
We did,
during
yeah.
the race. So
We
when I
did.
knew, I didn't do it.
We watched the first
But
lap.
yeah,
So yeah. All
yeah,
right, mate.
like
All right, I'm only
yeah.
joking. Anyway, look, congratulations on second place.
Thank you.
Great result.
Yeah.
So and Jetfish unfortunately didn't have a great race either. So closed up the championship gap as well. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say karma, but
okay. Yeah,
no, I'm joking.
no words needed, mate. No words needed.
No.
Thank you very
Yeah,
I
much.
well,
do see some
yeah,
rivalry
yeah,
growing here.
brilliant. Thanks, guys. Thanks for putting on.
So
So I
who's
couldn't get
next that
the
we got?
podiums in. So I got in first of all, Evil Master, who must
Hello.
be happy with this result.
Well, I am just upset because I spun on the last lap in P6 and finished P8. But I'm happy that I actually finished the race this time.
I can imagine that. I can imagine.
What?
Didn't touch any grass today.
Well, the reason why I spun is because I did touch the grass.
I've got a question for you, Evil Master. On the first race, you entered the pits. What happened when you entered the pits on the first race?
I actually didn't even enter the pits. I got teleported back to the pits and it just DNF'd my car. Like, my front tyre flew off as soon as I got teleported back.
Okay. So yeah, we seem to be having a few lobby glitches, and you, unfortunately for
It's
you,
always
mate,
me.
you
It's always
seem
me.
to be taking the brunt of it. Well, at least we got on you got on the score sheet, and at least hopefully that's kind of the bad luck out of the way, and there's plenty of races
Yeah.
left in the season. So, what's your expectations for the next round?
Well, I'm going to be off controller for the next round. I'll be on my wheel. So,
fantastic.
I'm not really going to expect that much because it will be my first race, but I will probably be on the pace because it's not that hard to adapt a wheel.
Okay, so nice and modest as always, which we like to see. Well, look. Anyway, we wish you all the best on your wheel, and yeah, good luck, mate. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Who's left,
And
Backer? Who's next?
last but not least, you can turn on the song, but he didn't spin today.
I can't turn on the song. I cannot turn on the song
You can't.
because he didn't spin. So I guess that you can be talking about the one and only Always Rick.
Absolutely.
Hello, guys. Hello.
You
Mate.
must be very pleased with your P9.
Yeah.
having
restart.
9 seconds of penalties as well.
Yeah, the restart definitely worked in my favor, but not the way I wanted the evening to go. But yeah, guess stuff happens sometimes.
Well, fair play to you, mate, because you managed to get the lobby under control and reset up and restarted. And I think in these situations, there's a lot of people that want to, jump up in the chat and say they do this and they do that. And absolutely fair play to you. You said you took the decision. It was a 25% restart, dry conditions, grid, set the lobby up. So without the race, even your race being involved, absolutely thank you very much on behalf of everybody that's raced tonight, because you've ensured that we've had a race and not just a discussion in the chat. So well done for that, mate. Really, really decisive and super decision. And I think it was the right decision, and our very first RPM sprint race.
Yeah, for sure. I
Credits
think it
to your
went well.
teammate as well.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Dragos unfortunately couldn't make it anymore, so feel sad for him, but I guess yeah, shit happens sometimes.
Well, this is the thing about online racing, isn't it? Things happen. You can't control absolutely everything, but you certainly did your best, mate. And on behalf of everybody that puts a lot of time and effort in, thanks very much.
Yeah,
We
to you as
did
well.
we were careful about how much we covered you tonight, because we didn't want to give you commentator's curse. We didn't get a chance to use the song, so we will save that for another day. You will be pleased to
Yeah, I'll
know.
try better next time.
So, yeah, the comms was a bit hit and miss, because obviously we didn't know at one point what was happening. So yeah, great job, mate. Great job and good result. So well done, mate.
Yeah, thanks, and thanks for
Absolutely.
commentating again.
Yeah, no problem. It was fun.
So I think that's everybody that we invited back. If I'm right, Backer, are we?
Absolutely.
So all that's left to say is, for those that have tuned in, thank you very much. We will be back online tomorrow evening. It will be the famous Always Rick commentating tomorrow, so none of this effort from the
Yes.
drunken boys on mid gear. We'll have a professional commentator in the seat tomorrow. But don't worry, Rick, because I will leave you a couple of my desperados for you to take on when you
Yeah,
join.
cheers for that. Cheers for
Who have you got on co-coms tomorrow?
that. Tomorrow we got a new one. RPM John will be sitting next to me in the commentary seat.
Ah, right. So we've got the Brummie. We've got, all right, mate, it's RPM John. He's on the commentary tomorrow night. So that'll be really interesting, because John's certainly going to get things going a little bit. So yeah, good luck to John, and that'll be great. It'll be a great evening. Thanks for that, John. Yeah. So all that's left to be said is have a great evening, and I'll see you
Have a great
guys soon.
evening.
Have a
Have
Good
a
good
evening,
great
evening.
evening.
guys.
Have a great evening.
Cheers, guys. See you later. Bye.